hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm the RV Wingman. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to talk with you about a very heavy subject. Very. You could call it so heavy because it's kind of about death. Death in a metaphorical sense. A slow, agonizing death. It's the death of something that almost certainly is going away. It's one of the first inventions, if you will, of human beings. Before electricity. Pretty much before everything, before fire, before the wheel. It was the very foundation of everything. You know what it was? It was trust. Trust. We trusted our tribe, if you will, to keep watch while we slept. We trusted our neighbors to tell the truth when they said the berries were safe to eat or when they said that there was danger ahead. Trust. It's what allowed us to build villages and cities and towns and countries. But today it feels like we are watching it dissipate right before our very eyes. Don't you think? Do you see that? I mean, turn on the news. Who do you trust? Do you trust the politicians? The medical establishment? Prescribing a drug for pretty much everything? Or that email you just got from your bank? Or at least they want you to believe it's from your bank. Trust. So, getting closer to home, so to speak. Getting closer to home. Walking onto an RV dealer's lot, you don't know who to trust, do you? You don't know if that smile means honesty or if it is just a setup. So trust is a big deal, and I think it's becoming a bigger deal every year. You see, bad RV dealers don't just wreck a sale, they destroy trust. And that damage, it ripples through families and friendships and communities that used to believe in each other. When someone gets burned by a bad dealer, when their dream turns into, debt, disappointment, they lose more than money. They lose their faith in other human beings. And once that happens, every handshake feels just a little bit colder. Every deal sounds a little too good to be true. Every smile just a little too slick. While I understand, I think it is awful because camping, RVing, the entire lifestyle is supposed to restore our faith in people, meet new friends around a campfire, swapping stories, lending a tool, or sharing a morning coffee. That's so simple, but it's a form of human trust in its purest form. And I believe that's not only what people want, it's what we need. We all need. When bad actors poison that well, when deceit and tricks become the business model, we all pay. We do. We grow more skeptical, we grow more divided, and yes, we stop trusting. We do. I have spent years finding the men and women in the RV business that believe that trust isn't just a slogan. It's a way of life. It's the way they sell and service RVs. It's the right way. Not the perfect way, but the right way, the honest way. Are they a dying breed? Unfortunately, it looks like they are. But they are still around, I promise. And I know them. I work with them. I vouch for them. I'm going to give you an example here in just a second of what motivates me to do this channel. I do hope that you'll listen closely, but here's the deal. Whoever you buy an RV from, before you hand over even $1, take a deep breath. Be careful of who you trust. At the same time, don't stop trusting altogether, because without trust, we lose the very thing that makes this life worth living. So before I play this short phone call, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about trust? Drop a comment down below if you would, or shoot me an email. Heck, leave me a voicemail. My contact info can be found by grabbing your phone and shooting that QR code right over here. If you are old school, like me, you'll also find a link down in the description below. You can just click on it, and there you will find a lot of helpful information, including RV dealers I trust. And if you'd like to hear an example of why I trust them, it's because of real conversations I have with people just like this.
Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
My name is Alan Warren. I'm calling from Texas. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Well, no, we just left on the road. I'm on the road, but go ahead. We're talking. Well, got a signal.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I got a text message from Kurt over there at Cheyenne that said y'all were rolling out with a new travel trailer, and I thought I'd call to find out how your experience was.
It was everything that you said it would be. We was up there in June and looked at a camper just wild. We happened to be in the area. We decided we wanted to buy a new one, and we started looking at it, and we kind of knew what we wanted and what we had seen, and we stuck to what we found up here. And actually, Alan, we were going to another dealer, but it was still a good deal that you had recommended that had the same camper because it was half the distance. And the night that we were already had rented a car and planned to drive, go look, you had a show on that night, and Mr. Kevin was on it, and it was about a lock rod and something else.
It was what?
Lock rod. That was the topic you had on that show that night. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm going to continue this here in just a second, but this is a real phone call, and I spent a lot of my time during the week checking on customers about their experience with the dealers that I tell you about. Trust is everything to me. Everything. Getting a good price is important. It is. But you can have a great price with somebody you can't trust. How good is that deal? Let's keep going. I'm going to wrap this thing up, but thank you for bearing with me so far. Here we go.
And after listening to that, and then I felt like Alan leaned up to the screen and he kind of turned his head sideways and started telling about it and say, I'll treat you right. I just felt like he was talking to us. I looked at my wife and said, cancel the plans. We're not going. We're going to Cheyenne. So we made a phone call and we drove a little 1,050 miles one way, and we're headed back home now with it.
Holy smokes! I mean, what was it? Did you get a chance to meet Kevin at all, or?
Oh yeah. Yes. We talked with him 2 or 3 times while we were here yesterday and today, and we had actually spoke to him when we came back in around June time frame, and so we got to see him several times in the last 2 days and laughed and cut up a little bit, and it was a good feeling, you know. I almost thought myself out of driving way up here. Yeah. It kind of defeats the purpose of not taking my own words and going by my own gut feeling. I got you telling me one thing. I got Mr. Kevin on the line telling me the other. I'm thinking, why would I not listen to these two?
I love talking with people. I love listening to them and to their stories because you can't make this stuff up. Got a question for you. Have you ever been contacted after you bought an RV from somebody saying, tell me about your experience? Or do they just pretty much forget about you? Next. I think we know the answer. I don't know any other way to do it. I'm old school. I like talking with people. I like eye to eye first and telephone second. Text is way down the list. Email is way down the list. But when I can speak with other people and they can speak with me candidly and tell me about their experience, I can tell if it's BS. I can. I'll bet you've got a pretty good BS detector too. Let me finish this call and wrap up today's video.
So we hopped in the truck. They had the camper. We talked to them and we made plans to come up. It was everything. We took 4 hours. We went through the walkthrough and everything.
Everybody there was at.
And I'm going home with a good feeling, not worried about anything.
So they took their time with the final walkthrough. You didn't feel any pressure or any upselling or any of that?
Nope. Found 1 or 2 items that the mechanic found it. He said, I'll get those fixed, and he fixed them. And we're on the road, headed home. Look at 1,100 miles ahead of them.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you drive 1,050 miles to buy a camper. And I want to thank you for watching my channel and for catching my YouTube videos.
We enjoyed it. I've been watching you a good while now, and every time I watch Cheyenne with Mr. Kevin, and nothing against the rest of her other ones, we just, I don't know.
He he has the same values we have.
Yeah, he's the same values I have. I've got good work ethic, I think, and I'm trying to do it. I don't like to cheat people. Anything will break, but not because I covered it up. And watching your show and listening to you, and and I say it like this: I feel like you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you really want to make things better. And I felt with this Kevin talking, he still like I call you the wingman. I'm just the buzzard, old buzzard. But he still wears his suit, and he just got the old school values and the same thing you talk about. And I just couldn't see me trying. Why would I do something else that I'd regret? So I say we bit the bullet. I'm going home. I may be spending a little money on gas and fuel in a motel room, but I got a better feeling when I'm going home that I've got a good product. And I'm going to get to enjoy it a lot more than let it sit in a repair lot somewhere for months at a time.
And that's the way it is supposed to feel, right? I mean, don't you think? Buying an RV, or anything really, shouldn't make you feel nervous. It should make you proud. Proud of the folks that you're dealing with. Proud of the decision you made. Jimmy and his wife, they didn't just buy a camper. I think they invested in peace of mind, and they found it because they did their research, they trusted their gut, and they found a dealer who still believes that trust isn't a sales pitch, it's a promise. I'm going to leave it there, but please believe me, there are good dealers out there, honest dealers, and those are the ones that I work with. So I will keep shining a light on the troublemakers and the great ones, like Cheyenne, who prove that trust isn't dead. But you know what? We do have to protect it. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners or your trust at home.